Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs and back to our testRigor automation series as well. Because so far what we have seen in testRigor that we can do web automation, we can do mobile automation, and we have seen various scenarios with respect to web. And we have seen that you don't need to write any code and any script or no programming language skills are required. You just simply write a plain English a sentence and then that's it. Same thing, can we do API testing with testRigor as well? Like simple just writing the plain English sentence and then can we pass the payload? Can we get the response? Can we validate that? Yes, that also we can do it. Let's see how to do that. So I'll do one thing. I'll show you first documentation. So let's go to their resources and let's go to documentation and we will see for API testing what exactly these guys are providing. So click on API testing and then here you can see that yes, simple testRigor supports calling to APIs, getting value and saving result as a stored value, for example, like that. So see this carefully. Let's see, this is a post call. So simple write call API post, whatever the post call URL is there, you can pass the headers, you can pass the body over here, and then you can get the data from the JSON response and you can store it in some variable. The same variable can be used later on in some other request also. And if you really want to validate this, that also you can validate that and then you can check the status code as 200 or not. So let's see, this is a simple one example that they have given. So what we can do, we can just simple call this particular API and then let's see, is it really working or not? So I'll do one thing, I'll simple call, copy this entire example and let's try that. And we will see a couple of other examples also. So I'll do one thing, that is a test suite name that I'm going to add. I'm going to add, let's see, API testing. This is a suite name that I'm adding it. What kind of testing is required, because here we don't need any browser, but let's say I'm selecting, let's say, desktop web testing. As such, any URL that you can write it, because you have to create a suite over here, so URL is mandatory to write. So I'm writing, let's see, simple https colon, let's say I'm simple writing google.com, although it really doesn't matter. And then OS Windows, again, not doesn't matter, but initially we have to select these values and then zero test cases I want to generate through auto discovery. So click on create test suite here. When you click on it, and I don't want to do any testing right now. I mean your tests are being executed, so don't have any test cases right now. Simple click on cancel. Then what we have to click on add custom test case, and then I'm writing, let's see, this is my API underscore test underscore 01, and then let's see, this is the test that I have. Copy and then paste it over here. Exactly same thing. Okay. And then I'm going to run it. So let's run it and let's see, is it really working or not? And here I can see that, okay, yeah, because testRigor first time opens at least one browser that, okay, let's see, Chrome or whatever, and then it's opening google.com and that's it. But internally, it is actually executing this particular API. And here you can see that, yeah, the API is actually working fine. Your test case got passed over here. And then within a second, and you are getting the result and then you are validating it. So that's so amazing that you don't need to write any Java code, no Python, nothing, no script, no need to write any complex logic to call the APIs. You don't need to create any REST client, just like we do it in RestAssured or something. And everything is written in simple plain English. And then you just need to pass the right data and the right format of the documentation that you have to follow. And that's it. Perfect. So how exactly this, if you see this carefully, how exactly this, the complete test is designed. So a couple of things that we have to follow. First of all, that we have to start with the keyword like call, API, and then what kind of call it is. It's a get call, post call, put call, delete call, any kind of call it is. And then this is the, in double quotes, this is the URL, this API URL that we have to pass. And then we have to write with headers. So headers you have to follow. Let's say you have so let's say you have multiple headers. So this is my header number one. See, this is my header number one. So key and separated by colon, key and value format that you have to follow. Again, key number two, and then the respective value. So like this, all the headers should be separated by the end keyword, and then you have to keep writing the headers over here, and then you write end and what exactly the body, because we know that with the post call we have to pass the body as well. So this is my JSON body that we are passing. And if you really want to fetch any data, let's see, dollar data dot name, I really want to fetch some information, You can fetch the information from the response and save it as a variable name. And then you can check the status code as 200 or not. That's it. Perfect. So when you run it, you are getting the results over here like that. Right. So let's take another example. Let's take some more better example. I'll do one thing, add custom test case, and then I'm writing, let's see, API underscore 01. Let's see, this is my get call, or let's see, get API example or get call. Okay. And exactly same format that we have to use it. And then we will keep replacing the values. So we have, if you remember that we always use goRes.co.in. I'll show you first example in my post call. So, I mean, in Postman. So let's see, this is my get call where we are getting the users here, right? And then when you send the request, you are getting this particular response here. And then response is 200. Okay. And this is the get call. This is the service URL. So first I'll copy the service URL, go back to the browser and then replace the service URL step by step. What type of header that you are using. So let's see what are different headers that we are passing as such. As such, this is a simple get call. So maybe we are not passing any content type or something. So content type right now you can ignore it. As such, we don't have any content type because this is a get call and we are not passing any JSON payload. But we can say that, okay, yeah, it can accept anything. Star forward slash star means it can accept any kind of format. So I'll say that, okay, fine. Instead of application JSON, this application JSON is also fine, but you can write, let's see, whatever the uh, you know whatever the header that the value of that accepted, you can pass it here. So we have actually, let's see, only one header. That is what we are passing. Remove this and also from here. So header, because right now we have only one header. And body, do we have any body? No, we don't have that. So remove this entire body section from here. And get what? So let's see, I'll write that, okay, get data dot name. So let's see, I don't want to get anything right now. So let's remove this and remove till here. That's it. A simple API call I'm writing. And then you check the status code is 200. That's it. It means you call the API and check that 200 status code is there or not. So see, I'm writing call and then simple checking the status code here. That's it. Okay, simple. And then I'm going to run it. Let's see, is it really working or not? So here you can see the test is at the queue. Test got started. And is it really working or not? Then I'll show you one example with the post call also today. So yeah, test got started and no, it's getting fail. It's saying 401 error. It means 401 error. So let's click on this, show error information or extra information. You can check that. API call response authentication failed. Okay. So let's go to edit test case. Once again, what is the issue? The issue is that instead of post call, it should be a get call. Okay. So let's run it again. See, I'm just showing you in such a way so that you can see the error also, that what kind of error it is. Because with the post call, it will always give you the authentication error. And with the get call, you don't need to pass any authentication token. So see, this time is absolutely working fine. And the test is coming in the green color means test got passed over here. Perfect. And you can see that simple. Call API get call. This is the get API URL. This is a header that you are passing and check the status code is 200 or not. That's it. Perfect. Now let's take one more get example. So I'm saying this time I'm passing a query parameter. Is it really accepting the query parameter or not? So let's see the query parameter that I'm passing where status or let's see gender is equal to male. So here we can write that question mark and let's see gender is equal to what? Gender is equal to male. This is what we are passing. So here you can see that, okay, we are getting only those responses where gender is equal to male is available here. Perfect. So that is what we can use it. So this is what a query parameter after question mark, that is what we are passing. So let's do one thing. Let's copy this entire thing once again, and then let's write one more test over here. So let's click on add custom test, API test number 02. And this is my get call with query parameter. Okay. And we just need to change the service URL. The service URL is that the question mark name is equal to, not name, actually gender is equal to, gender is equal to what? Gender is equal to male. And what is the header? Header is same. Check the status code is 200 or not. Let's see. Is it really working or not? So see, we have to put a single quote because URL should be written within double quotes actually, not single quote. So let's run it again. So yeah, it's in queue, and let's see, is it working or not? Yeah, so this time is also absolutely working fine. You can see that, yeah, everything is perfect. The response is coming over here. You can check that API call response. This is the one, and the email is done. Gender is equal to email, and all such things. For every response we are getting, gender is equal to male, so that you can just simply get the response, and you can check in the logs in the extra information also like that. Perfect. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's create one more test with the post call. So this time I'm writing API underscore 03. This will be my post underscore call like that. And then I really want to create a user. So let's see, create user API. That is what I'm using it. Okay. And let's see, I'll do one thing. The template, I can pick it from here. So let's see, same template, copy this example, and then paste it over here. And then we will change according to our request. So first we will go to the Postman, and this is the post API where you can see that, okay, this is a user that I really want to create. And this is the body that we really want to pass. This is a JSON body. And with the header also, a couple of things we have to pass. First of all, that authentication token, this is my bearer token that we have to pass, or any username, password, content type, application JSON. So header number one, header number two, that also we have to pass. All these headers, you can ignore it. These headers will be added by Postman, so we can just ignore that. But these two headers are important: authorization and the content type. So how to add this along with the body post call URL? So first of all, that this is the URL. Copy this, and in double quotes, that is what you have to write. So let's quickly, carefully, okay, replace the URL. Content type, application JSON, perfect. Except application JSON, that also you can write it. So let's go to the Postman. If you really want to add except, okay, fine, star also, that also you can write it. So I'll just replacing it. Let's see, star forward slash star, and then I'm going to add one more header. And the what is the header name? So header key and value. Okay, so header name is what? See, authorization. So let's copy this first of all, and then authorization, no spelling mistake, colon, beard, and this is my token. And the body is what? The body is this. So see this carefully. The body, that is what you are passing. And see this, you have to copy this, and then the body should be written within this. And for each and every, because see what is happening, because you have to maintain this double quote as well. So for every double quote inside the key and value, where exactly you are using this JSON key with the double quotes, you have to put one backslash to escape the string, to escape this double quote. So how will you get this formatted escaped string? So there are various online validators are available, or converters are available. You can do that. So I'll do one thing, simple, go to Google, and then I'll write convert string to, let's see, backslash online, something like this, that you can just use it. And see, let's take this one. You just need to copy, let's see, string here. This is my string, and I really want to generate escape JSON. So click on escape JSON, and this is what you are getting it here. Can you see that here? Okay, or unescape JSON. So this is the unescape JSON. So you can do reverse and both the things together. So I'll do one thing. Let me just format it a little bit. Start it over here, and end it here. Let's click on escape JSON. And so this is what we are getting. So I'll do one thing. I'll just copy this entire thing, or you can just directly copy from here. Go back to your testRigor, and okay, very carefully, just between these two double quotes, paste it over here. Okay. And then after that, and get data.name. So what exactly you want? So I'll say, okay, data.name or data.id if you really want to capture. So let's say I'll just store data dot see dollar. First of all, we don't have any data. So I'm saying $.name, because directly $.name, it will be whatever the data that you are creating. And let's see, the email ID, I'm changing it from my side. I'm writing 111 at the rate gmail.com, and the gender male, dollar date name, store in this particular created name, and the check the status code is what? Here we should get 201. So I'm writing 201 here. So let's see, is it really working or not? So click on add and run. Okay, syntax wise it's correct. And let's see, is it working or not? Let's see. We have passed the right authentication, headers and everything. And if it is working, the test will be in green color. Awesome. See, it's coming in the green color. That's it. So you don't need to write any code and in the script, and which is like absolutely working fine, and then you can just simply click on extra information, and then you can see that yes, the new data got created with the id is equal to 3447. If you really want to validate that, you can cross check that data got created or not. So I can just simply go to this get call, let's see this particular get call, and then I can check that where give me all the users like where id is equal to 3447 that we recently created. That is what we created actually. See this 111 at the rate gmail.com that we created, right? Exactly same thing here. You can see 111 at gmail.com. So yes, the data got created, and then we are able to hit the API. We are able to validate the response status code also. We are able to validate that. But you must have seen that, okay, yeah, this like slightly, what if you have tomorrow a big JSON or something like this? So yeah, so again, converting a big JSON into this format, it looks easy and not much readable also. So what exactly they provide? They provide another option here. See this, you just slightly scroll it down, and then they say that, okay, fine, if you really want to go, you can use parameters and multi-line strings for the constructing a call. So what you can do here is that you can just write it, the JSON payload like this. You can start with end and end over here. So like a proper key and value pair format without any backslash, nothing. You don't need to write it here like this. So that also you can write it here. So for example, let's say I'm already having I'm just going to copy and then going to create a new test over here. Okay, I'll show you the right way of writing the things. So let's say this is my AP underscore 04 and then underscore, and then I'm writing post call, and it's a create user. Okay, create user, but with the, I'm saying that with proper JSON payload, formatted payload or whatever the name. So let's see, this is what you can write it here. See, it's simple. Okay, here. Same thing, call API, whatever the URL that you are using it. So let's see, the URL will be again for creating the users. This is the URL. So copy this and just change the URL there. Okay, from here to here with header content type application JSON, accept application JSON, and an authentication token. So three headers that we are using it. And the you have to write and body from the string with parameters. See, this text is important. Always use the same text. Body from the string with parameter text starting from next line and ending with, and then the entire payload should be written within end to end. There's a square bracket. This is the format that you have to follow here. And let's see, this time I'm creating something else. Let's see, 1900 gmail.com, or let's see 1901 gmail.com. And this time user is active. Okay, name is this, right? And dollar dot name, you can save it as username. Check the status code is 201. Check the stored value username itself contain Tenali. And let's say I really want to validate that the username that you have stored. I mean, first you fetch dollar dot name from the response. So see this response. This is the value I'll be getting. And this value I'm going to store in this particular variable name, username, whatever the variable name that you want to use, right? So let's see, this is the username, and then check the status code is 201. Now my assertions got started. And then I just need to use the stored value username. It means this username that you have captured, it will capture this Tenali Ramakrishna, something like this, and then check that it contains Tenali, or you can write it equal to Tenali Ramakrishna, or exact match also you can do that, or it contains Tenali is there or not. So yes, it contains Tenali. Okay, when the user will be created. So you can see same thing over here that it contains Tenali. That also you can do that, or you can check the status is also, that is what active. You can store it in a variable, and then that also you can do that. Okay, so let's run this. Is it really working or not? So let's click on add and run. Okay, syntax wise, it's absolutely correct, not giving any error. And let me open that. Yeah, it's in the queue. Wait for a few seconds. Yeah, absolutely correct. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. And then you can see that, yeah, check the status code. Yeah, status stored value, username itself contained Tenali. And then the more information, click on show extra information. Yes, the new user got created here with the new formatted payload that we are passing, and is checking that, yeah, yes, it's contained Tenali or not. That is absolutely correct. Perfect. So like this also you can do that. So I think this is a better way. I would prefer to write my test, and you just keep replacing your payload and whatever the value that you really want to pass and whatever the value that you really want to validate. You just need to extract the value with the help of some JSON path format that we have already seen in one of the videos. I'll share that how to extract the value from the JSON path, and then you can validate like this. Perfect. Now see, let's see how exactly the error handling is done. So I'm doing one thing. Let's say I'm passing the wrong authentication token. I'm removing it. I'm just passing only bearer 123. Then let's see what happens, because API will give you the response authentication failed and it will give you 401, right? Not authorized. Let's see how exactly testRigor is handling that. So let's click update and retest once again. So you can do some negative testing also here. Okay, so it is running and it's already in the queue. Within few seconds, you will be getting the results. So see, it's getting red color. Obviously, it's getting failed. And let's see, show error information. See, it's saying that could not find the path and the no result in this, something like that. And it's giving you the complete format. See, it's saying I could not parse the response from the API because we did not get any response from the API because it's already authentication failed. So it's not giving you exact authentication failed, but it's giving you that could not parse the response from the API. Okay, and see, same message here. No, it's giving actually. See, we are getting that authentication failed to no result, obviously for $.name, right? So when you hit the API with the wrong authentication, so obviously you will not get the same user, or the user won't be created here. So that's what it's giving you, that I cannot fetch $.name from the response because there is no response over here. Okay, so like this also you can do that. So let me just simple back to the normal bearer token, right? If you really want to write it properly, so what you can do is that just simple validate and save. For negative testing point of view, let me create one more, and I'm writing, let's see, API 05, and then I'm writing create user with wrong token, authentication token. So the token that we are passing, this is the wrong one. Let's say I'm passing 123 because this is important for authentication point of view. Let's say I'm passing 1902, and here I'm not doing anything. I'm just checking the status code should be what. So I'll just remove all these guys from here and check the status code should be 401. Okay, remove this. So this is 401 testing. Also, you can do that because when you pass the wrong authentication, API will respond back with 401. So let's see, is it really working or not? Okay, so it's already in the queue. You can just open that, and so it's so easy to write. See, it's absolutely correct now. It's absolutely working fine. And then we are getting API response authentication failed with the 401. That is what we are expecting actually. This is the way that we have written the test. Once the bearer token is wrong, we should get 401. That's so nice. Same thing, you can write 400 bad requests and all such things. That also you can write it. Okay. So see, if you notice, like within 5-10 minutes, I have written so many test cases like that. And then same thing, you can just start it right away, and then you don't need to worry about the scripting and the programming, anything. If you really want to run all the test cases back to back or together, so click on select multiple and then select all, and then click on run. And all the test cases will be executed in one shot. See, everything is in the queue, and then all the test cases in progress. 6 test cases are running in the queue in progress, and they are running back to back. So, I mean, in the parallel mode, see, this is, you can check the status, pass, pass, pass. Something got failed because we are creating the same user again and again. So obviously that same user, we cannot create that because we have to replace the data. In the previous videos that we have already seen that how to pass the data from the variable, from the data set also, that also you can use it. From the test data, that also you can use it. But you can see, yeah, test cases absolutely getting executed. These are the test cases. You can see errors section, and 3 test cases got failed over here. Whatever the response could not pass, whatever the reason behind that, you can create an issue in Jira, and then you can fix by find and replace. So you can just simply go there and you can check what exactly the issue. So it will give you the proper diff over here, and then you can just change it and then again replace it, and then that's it. Okay, so you can quickly fix those issues as well here correctly. Perfect. So just try these couple of APIs that we have already seen. And if you have any other API URL or something, just try that. It's absolutely free. You don't need to pay anything for that. And then just start using it. No need to write any code. Quickly, whenever your manager says, can you please execute that? Within 5-10 minutes, you can get the result and then display the result like that. Perfect. So start using your API calls, API testing with the testRigor. It's very amazing tool, guys. I'm telling you, no need to write any single line of code. Simple, plain English format according to their template that they have given. You just need to use it, and that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and God bless you all.